Okay, day 4. Not quite sure what I want to start with today, so let's just do a trusty plant. It's pretty rainy today, which is quite nice. It wasn't like a great walk to the studio or anything because it was raining pretty hard, but I do love the sound of rain while drawing. So you had a pretty nice hike this weekend, so I'm feeling quite recharged for, drawing purposes. I thought I would feel a little bit more resistance to draw today, but I actually feel quite okay. Maybe I'm kind of realizing that having, 3 people watching my videos, it's really not a big deal at all. So it's nice to have, a little extra feeling of like, this is fine in the grand scheme of things. I wish my, what's it called? Le Pen, my brown Le Pen, had ink, because I do feel more like drawing with that pen. This Muji, I believe it's called a water-based fine tip pen. It has quite similar like drawing feel to it, which is really nice. However, I am not the biggest fan of just plain black pen. I think it'd be kind of boring. So I'm thinking that today I might use colored pencil to at least make some of these things pop a little bit more. Though overall I'm not displeased with what I'm doing right now, but could have been nicer if it was in brown pen. I find plants enjoyable to draw to a certain extent, but they're not like a super interest of mine. I like it when they're part of like an illustration, like helping either like frame an illustration or like, you know, adding color to it or shape. These plant shapes can be quite diverse. But overall, just drawing them, it's not always the funnest for me. Mostly because again, I think this organic shape gives like a little bit of ease to drawing. I will say I took some nice pictures of trees on the hike that I went this weekend, and I do want to at some point draw them, although again I'm not like feeling like it's a priority. Obviously, if it was, I would have been drawing it right now. These are cute, I guess. I'm definitely feeling less anxious about speaking or like talking in general while drawing, but I feel like I don't have much to say today. And I kind of, this feels like more of my natural state of being. I'm trying to, you know, bring some sort of speaking into this video, but yeah, for the most part, I don't feel like I have much to say. I really messed up that line. I'm thinking about how, you know, these videos are changing a little bit my relationship to visibility. Again, I think these are things I would just be doing by myself at the studio, like no pressure or anything. Which is fine. I love that way of working. This is just like a small little part of my day that I'm essentially record keeping. Yeah, it's interesting to see how even just in like my 4th day of doing this, I feel the like difference when it comes to being visible or like perceive while working on stuff. It's so inconsequential in a lot of ways. But I am pretty happy that I'm, putting the work in for this. And feeling a little bit more quiet. I'm not even saying it as a how do I say this? It's not like I don't want to speak, but my brain feels pretty like clear-headed today, I guess. Which is nice. I think sometimes it's helpful to have thoughts, or how do I say this? Let me think. Sometimes I like when there is some chatter going on in the brain, because there's a little bit less thought when it comes to drawing. And I feel that when my brain is silent, there's just like a little bit more room to have like doubts and question what it is that I'm doing. And today I feel quite clear-headed, but in a way that doesn't feel like that, which I would not say it's a super common thing for me to feel. Don't like how I did the shape of these shorts. I'm gonna finish the feed because obviously I did not properly space some of these things out. Which again, fine, but unfortunate. I was wondering, like, if there are people watching this, that it'd be so nice if they, like, grab anything they could find, like, sticky note, paper towel, notebook, whatever, and just, like, drew a little bit, not even it's like an act of doing like something good, but just like to move and practice. I think it would be fun if there was like a collective of people just enjoying, moving their hands because it is so hard to kind of just sit and do this sometimes. I think the brain can be quite, how do I say, can be quite unnice to, you know, us when we want to like be drawing or be doing creative things. Like, of course, you know, resting is quite alright. But I'm like, it would be so nice if, you know, there was like an energy of having multiple people do a little bit of drawing with me. And I think it doesn't even have to be like something major. Because you could, again, literally like grab a post-it note and like draw circles. I think that would be so cute. And again, it's just like a little way to show up for yourself. Which again, that's feel has become so hard for so many people, like including myself. Obviously, part of this drawing everyday thing is, you know, me showing up for myself in a way. But I also feel like this has not been always the case. It's just the fact that right now I really feel like I got a good handle on it. And I think recording that, having like a record of this point in time feels very, I don't know, important for me. I don't know why. So there's been like obviously a few things that I've have to overcome. I really messed this up. I don't know what I was doing. I was not planning on drawing and drawing so much of her. I was just gonna draw this part, but like whatever. Lost my train of thought though. Yeah, I don't know, just draw. You see, for some reason, YouTube recommending these videos, just do a little drawing with me. Just for fun. It can be simple, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to do the best work that you've ever made. You know, but just having a little bit of time to dedicate to this a day, like, you will feel thankful in the end. And again, I do like really the idea of having I don't know, multiple people like feeding off of each other in some sort of way. I think I'm gonna do some coloring. What colors will I choose? Can I make this red, green? Sure, why not? Is this black? Maybe brown. And I think it's okay. Maybe this one, and this one. I think it's fine. It's just, sorry if I messed up the camera there. I'm not even, should I test them? Sure, I'll test them. This one I like. Yes, these are very good together. It's giving kind of a little bit Christmas. Do I like that or do I not? I do not like the smell. Is it giving too much Christmas? Who cares? Who cares? Not me. I'm pressing pretty hard because I really like how pigmented this is. I don't think I'll paint everything. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I'm just trying to see what will make this spread feel like it's done. I can tell you it is not in these colors. This feels bad. Let me feel. I did remove like some brown, but I think I want it back. I think I want it back. No, it's not. It's not brown enough. Should I? This might be a mistake, but I'm just gonna go for it. Not even bothering with keeping it inside the line. That's how I roll, baby. Do like the sketchiness of it. I actually really like the way I colored the hair, and I was panicking about it for some reason. Maybe what I should do is add some sort of decorative elements or something, which if I do not want it to look like Christmas, maybe that's not the thing that I should be doing. But I can't help myself. This is what my fingers want to do. I'm gonna allow them to just like go off, you know? I do kind of want to line this. Not line. What's this called? Hatch? Cross hatch? Just separate it a little bit from the other person I drew. I actually think this is quite cute. I don't know what this was about. Should I try and fix it? We shall see. I don't think I'm making that any better. Oh, do I want to do green for the plants? It's kind of boring. Green for the plants is kind of boring, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is starting to feel finished. How am I feeling about this drawing day thus far? Feels good. I don't know. I don't think I had any expectations. No, that's not true. I think I had low expectations after having like a little weekend break of not recording myself draw. So I am actually kind of pleasantly surprised that I managed to do this. I kind of want to stop with the sparkles, but baby, I can't be stopped. Where should I put the date? I feel like here. January 12th. 26. Okay, I think that's good for today.